What is up, guys? Del Boy here. So, Jorge Linares comprehensively outboxes Anthony Crolla to retain his WBA and WBC Diamond Lightweight titles. For me, this fight was easy to score. We all know who won. It was clear to see. And, Linares, to me, put on an excellent performance. I felt he looked really sharp. I felt he looked better than the first fight, actually. Crolla's he's not a dynamic fighter. He's always going to fight the same way. So, being that Linares had already seen Crolla before, he'd already fought him. He knew exactly what he was against, and that's why I expected Linares to win again in an easy fashion. Where do we start, man? Round one. Both guys are trying to establish a range with their jabs. Crolla is looking like he's trying to target the body. He lands a good left hook to the body and also a nice straight right. But to me, Linares is landing the snappier shots. His jabs are thrown with more authority, and the right hand does land a couple of times. I felt the first round was actually close, but I just felt that Linares was the boss in there, Round two, Linares starts well with his jabs, and he's looking for that right hand. Crolla still tries to apply pressure, but he's not throwing. But his jab had a little bit of success in that round, Crolla. But again, you have to give that round to Linares for landing the more flashy shots and for dictating the pace of the fight. Round three, Linares again coming out of that jab, which is landing nicely, as well as some solid uppercuts. Linares again landing the snappier shots. And at this point, it was looking like some of the rounds in the first fight where Crolla is trying to walk Linares down, but he's not letting his hands go. And, that's probably because he knows what's coming back. But again, round three, Linares lands with better shots. Round four, Crolla is still trying to apply pressure without really changing his game plan. He's not trying to do anything else to get success. He's just trying to walk Linares down, but again, he's not letting his hands go. Crolla is second to the punch and getting beat to the jab by Linares. He does try to let his hands go a little bit more in this round, but he was missing a lot of shots, and Linares was just sort of slipping and sliding and catching Crolla here and there. Again, round four, a clear Linares round. Round five, Linares starts really well with some solid body shots. As I mentioned in the last round, Crolla's offense and his attack is not dynamic enough. He's not really giving Linares anything to think about. It's just straightforward, coming forward behind a high guard and a jab, but he's not doing anything special to really sort of trouble Jorge Linares. I really felt at this stage Crolla needed to sort of step in with that jab, a hard jab, and try and rough Linares up against the ropes, but he wasn't doing that. Linares is just picking off Crolla in round five. Round six, Crolla still not having success at the start of the round. Linares' output has dropped in this round, but he's still in control, still popping that jab, and he lands a good right hand, which I think hurts Crolla as well. Round seven, Crolla actually starts this round quite well. He comes out with a bit more intensity in his footwork, and he's trying to walk Linares down at sort of more pressure, and he lands some nice body shots. But Linares responds well with some very nice hard right hand counters, and Crolla is then caught with a left uppercut counter out of nowhere. Tremendous shot that drops Crolla to the floor, and it hurt him. Crolla beats the count. Linares finishes the round well, and trying to sort of get Crolla out of there, but Crolla survives the round, and testament to his chin and his conditioning for being able to survive that. Round 8, I actually felt round 8 was Crolla's best round of the fight. Crolla responds really well to the bad round 7. He comes out, increases the tempo. He's having a lot of success to the body, and he's I I think that the pure volume of Crolla just done enough to win him that round. He was throwing shots to the body. He was trying to work that jab. Just being Anthony Crolla, where he just tries to walk his man down and lets his hands go, which is what he wasn't doing for the rest of the fight. So round 8, I felt was a really good response to round 7, and I felt Crolla done enough to nick that round. Round 9 was a close round. You could have given this round to either guy. I actually scored this round an even round. Crolla comes out again. Crolla looking to sort of carry on that pressure from the last round with those body shots. And Crolla does land a couple of good right hands over the top, as well as a couple of body shots. But Linares is also landing clean, hard counters. Round 9 was quite hard to score. You could have legitimately given it either way. I gave it a 10-10 round. But whoever you scored that to, I wouldn't complain. Round 10, Crolla is looking to land body shots early, but Linares responds with some snapping shots to the body of his own, some nice hooks to the body. Linares in round 10 appears to be slowing down a bit, but Crolla still needs to let his hands go. He's not outworked. Linares' sort of volume has dropped, but Crolla is still not doing enough to outwork him. He's still being really hesitant, and you could tell that Crolla really respects Linares' power. And round 10, although Linares' sort of output dropped, I still think he won the round. He was always in control. His jab was landing, and he landed the odd counter shot here and there. Round 11, Crolla attempts to work the body. Both guys have an exchange where I felt Linares got the better of it because he landed the harder shots, but Crolla did land some nice shots in the exchange. Again, Linares, after the first minute of that round, starts to dictate the range with his jab, with his footwork, and he just has Crolla following him around the ring without really doing anything much. And again, Linares clearly takes the round. He finishes the round with some lovely uppercuts, really punishing Anthony Crolla with some hard shots. And at the end of round 11, Crolla goes back to his corner, and Joe Gallagher actually wanted to pull Anthony Crolla out, at the end of round 11, which I felt was a bit harsh. I'd let him go out on his shield, let him hear the final bell. I didn't agree with that. And it's funny because earlier on in the card, a prospect of Joe Gallagher's, Marcus Morrison, I think his name was, he took a beating against Jason Wellborn, and there was plenty of times when he could have pulled him out, but he never did. So I felt it was strange him trying to pull Crolla out of a world title fight, But yeah, Crolla sort of persuades him to let him go out for round 12. And round 12, again, Linares still looks for boss, still looks for classier operator, still landing that jab, still dictating the pace, still landing hard counter shots, and doing enough to win round 12. Crolla just couldn't get going, or it's not even that he couldn't get going, Linares just didn't let him get going. Linares clearly the better fighter. Linares is still the WBC Diamond Lightweight Champion. He's still the WBA Lightweight Champion, and he's still the Ring Magazine Lightweight Champion. So Linares, on paper, is the best lightweight in the world. Some people think Mikey Garcia is the best. A few people might even think Robert Easter's the best. But on paper, right now, Linares is definitely the man. And the next logical step for Linares is the fight we all want to see, and that's between him and Mikey Garcia. A lot of people are really rating Mikey Garcia hard at the minute, and I can see why. I'm one of those people. But him and Linares is a close fight in my opinion. I think I would make Mikey Garcia a favourite, but I'm still not sold on Mikey's chin. We'll see. But that's the fight we want to see. And yeah, Linares done an excellent job. Clear win. I scored this fight 119 to 109 for Linares. Tell me what you guys think. Peace.